Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to this channel and to another coffee time with another movie review. Today I am bringing you my movie review from Villains.
It's coffee time.
So Villains is a movie that came out last year and that I missed, but that has been on my radar lately. Also because Bill Skarsgård, I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to see him in another role, and this being a dark comedy, I thought I would give it a try. And taken just by the poster, I had this feeling that it was going to be something that it would remind me to the movie The Voices that I absolutely loved from 2014, and I decided to give this one a shot, and I had so much fun. So that's what I wanted to review this for you guys, in case that you are wondering if it's something for you or not, or if you also missed it, you can check out what I have to say about the movie and decide if you want to watch it. Villains is a dark horror comedy film written and directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson. It stars Bill Skarsgård, Maika Monroe, Blake Baumgarten, Jeffrey Donovan, and Kyra Sedgwick. This set of actors is all the movie needed in order to bring us an amazing performance, amazing characters, and a ton of fun. I'm not gonna stop saying that because this movie, it's just ridiculous and it's supposed to be fun, and it is, and what a ride. We are following here a couple that love each other, but they're also noobs when it comes to being criminals. They are Mikey and Jules, and they have just robbed a gas station, so they are now on the run in a car, but there's a problem with the car, so they are kind of stranded now in the middle of nowhere after a robbery, and they don't know what to do. They see that there is this mailbox and they find this house that it's supposed to be empty, or so it appears, and they decide that they will rob and try to get either gas or steal the car from the people that live there so that they can hit the road again. However, when they break and enter into this house, they make a really gruesome, dark discovery that it's kind of going to come and bite them back in the ass. As we can already see from the trailer, before the couple is able to flee the house and get back into the car and run away, the owners of the house appear in the picture, so they are confronted with them, and that is where our ridiculous yet really enjoyable journey starts. For me, even though everybody did a great job in this film, like Bill Skarsgård is amazing in this movie, and it's awesome to see him doing something else apart from Pennywise and other roles he had before. I think he is perfect for this kind of dark comedy, and the way that the timing came from his jokes and everything, it was just perfect. I really loved him. But the one that took it home for me was Jeffrey Donovan. I think this role, that performance was just perfect. He goes from loving husband to psychopath in like seconds time, and the way that his character always has this calmness around him, it's just amazing. Like, I absolutely loved him in this movie. I'm a big fan, and I hope to see him in other films. Even though the film does have at times kind of this feel of the indie films, it's still a very well polished and finished movie, and it's kind of like a modern adaptation of the story of Bonnie and Clyde, but just taken to the more darker side of things. It is a movie in which basically one bad decision can turn your life into your worst nightmare, and the film does have a very ridiculous humor, but that works for me. And it is not a movie to be taken too serious, honestly, but that also works for me. And it is a film that it will give you vibes, if I have to say, like Funny Games or People Under the Stairs, those type of movies kind of thing. But this is like a comedy that it's kind of more comedy than horror, to be honest. I have watched other horror comedies recently that were more on the horror side, but this one kind of tends to be more on the comedy side. But I just thought that the type of humor that this movie has is so unique, and it works perfectly. However, I do have to say that if you're gonna go into this movie, you need to think of it that it's not because it's predictable or anything, but there's a lot of things that happen that are not really believable, so you need to go into it to accept ridiculousness, to accept silliness, you know, to accept dumb stuff, and then it's gonna work perfectly for you. And also, one positive thing that I found about this movie is that even though it does touch a lot of dark topics, and even though I would have wished the movie to be darker in general, the movie does have a lot of heart as well, because you can see the characters caring for each other. And also, talking about the darkness of the film, I did think that it had a lot of interesting, vibrant colors. The movie felt really colorful for such a movie that had to deal with such dark topics. For me, the ending was quite satisfying. I think the movie did a great job with the pacing, the editing, and keeping some tension, keeping the intrigue alive. And I think it's definitely a movie that everybody should give a chance. I give this film 3.5 out of 5 stars. The acting was amazing. The story, it's kind of typical in some ways if you want, but I just thought that the way that it was executed, edited, and presented was so well done. And there are some violent scenes that worked also so well. Can you see that I enjoyed this movie a lot? I had a lot of fun with it. So it's a movie that I definitely would like more people to check out, in case that you haven't. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick spoiler-free review on Villains. Let me know down below, as always, have you watched the movie? Do you plan on watching it? What are your thoughts? Let's comment about it down below. And before you leave, please give the video a big thumbs up for support. If you want to follow me on the social media, the links is always down below. And I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!